Do you have laws on a plane? Like,
Yeah. You're covered by international law, aviation law.
Yeah, it's not like when you go to sea and you can start gambling and all sorts.
Yeah, I don't know about
having big
that.
parties
I'm
and
not
stuff.
sure. I'm sure one. I don't know if it was Virgin. One of the airlines years ago did have a casino on board a plane.
All right.
I can't remember where that was. It was years ago. But yeah, you're covered by airline. I mean, I use it in one of my PAs. If I've got people who are kicking off, I can't remember it off the top of my head. I've got it written down in my notes on my phone, and I use it. And it says, it is an offence. It's a criminal offence under the Air Navigation Order to be drunk on board an aircraft. And I read them the Right Act. We've got.
So it's illegal to be drunk on a plane?
Yeah, it's illegal to be drunk on an aircraft.
Oh, I don't think anyone follows that.
Especially the pilots. No, it's something that you're not legally allowed to be drunk on an aircraft.
Oh, okay.
Navigation.
Like how drunk though? Like
drunk? That's any sort of drunk.
Yeah.
You can have a couple, but you're not allowed to be.
Right. Okay.
I mean, obviously, if you're impaired to the state, sometimes you see these people walk on, they can barely walk.
Yeah.
So if there's an emergency, they can't get off that aircraft,
right,
so they don't travel.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And you've got to look at it from a safety point of view.
Yeah.
I had one of the cabin crew came on a long time ago, and he said, we've got this stag party on board. They're making these comments to me that are homophobic, and they're being generally unpleasant. I said, well, fine, we'll go back on stand and get them off. He said, oh no, it's fine. They're just not very nice. I said, you're not getting paid to put up with that. That's not acceptable. Oh, it's fine. I don't want to cause a scene. All right, let me put it like this: if we stop and we on the runway and we have an emergency, will they follow your commands? Absolutely not. I said, well, they're off. It's a safety issue. The cabin crew aren't paid to take abuse off of people. And if it's a safety issue, they're off. And we've got in our manuals a list of reasons to offload people. And whenever I do the report afterwards, I just quote it. Yeah, they didn't follow crew instructions. They were violent. They were abusive. They were drunk. They did this. They were possibly on the influence of drugs. We had recently. Someone was off their head on, it wasn't drink.
And are these actually like laws, or are they like policies that the airline enforce?
It's an airline policy,
yeah.
But it's covered by the Air Navigation Order. Like you're not allowed to be drunk or impaired on an aircraft.
So what would happen if you did have a drink? Like, I mean, obviously you're way up in the air. Like, would you be sort of, if it was becoming a big issue, would you have to divert?
Oh, yeah. If you've got someone on board who's kicking off and they're a problem, you have to divert the aircraft. In the old days, the airlines were quite good because if they diverted the aircraft, a lot of the airlines would sue the passenger for the cost of the diversion.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money to divert an aircraft and then load up a load of fuel.
Sounds very expensive.
750 quid a tonne or whatever it is, and airways fees, handling fees. It's a big cost, and they used to sue them. I did it years ago. This guy got dropped off on a remote island in the middle of nowhere. I thought it was hilarious, and it took him weeks to get home because there was no flights. There was one boat a week if he was lucky, and then they sued him as soon as he got back. And I thought that's what you need to be doing.
Yeah.
Big problem we get is people drinking their own drink. They smuggle their own drink on, and then sit there drinking. Oh, I'll have a Coke off the cart, and then they pour it in a glass and top it up with vodka or whatever. And the cabin crew spot them. Suddenly, they walked on quite happy, and next minute they're staggering to the toilet and they can barely,
Yeah.
And you've got to assess whether they're fit. And again, it comes down to a safety thing. If you have an issue, are they going to be able to get off that aircraft?
Is that something that cabin crew are like analysing? Because they always stand at the door, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Are they analysing like?
Yeah. They're watching everyone getting on.
Okay.
Giving you a greeting. Hello, how are you? How are you?
Yeah.
Good morning. How are you? All the nice greetings and that. But yeah, if someone comes staggering up the stairs, can barely walk, they're like, "Oh, could you just come and stand here a minute, pal? You just need to have a chat, Whoa, Yeah, just go down them steps and just go back up that way,